couple of months ago, I started this series where I am attempting to renovate my dining room for under $100. This week, because I am very crunched for time, I am picking up where I left off on that project.
All right, so I've been doing a little bit of thinking. And in the spirit of transparency, I'm going to be honest with you guys about what's going on kind of behind the scenes right now. So I'm going to be going on vacation with Tim about a week from now. So that being said, I didn't want to start any new big projects or any of the larger projects, because then I'd have to pick it up and then leave it and walk away. And I just didn't necessarily want to do that. So that being said, I've been looking around the house at what I could do in time for vacation. And honestly, I was really starting to come up dry here because all of the other projects that I'm wanting to do are seemingly larger ones. So this week I just decided to work on the chairs a little bit more. And I know I've been doing this for now 3 weeks in a row and I'm kind of burned out. But like I said, because I can't start any new projects, this was just kind of the best course of action to take right now. So when I asked you guys what you thought about the combination of the light cream and the darker wood, you guys gave me some really awesome feedback, and for that I am very grateful. I tried to respond to everyone that I could. But yeah, really great feedback, and I very much appreciate that, so thank you. So overall, the general consensus was that some people liked the kind of cream color and the dark, but more people didn't like it than people that did like it. And for me, that was enough to kind of change it a little bit because I personally don't like it. So I've been doing a little bit of research online. I feel like I've been a little bit lost when it came to these chairs because I'm a little bit limited as far as what I can do with the wood. So I started researching some kind of cottagey spaces with dark wooden chairs to see what that would look like. And that's when I came across this. So now that I'm looking at this, I'm thinking that I should choose, or at least take a paint sample of sort of a tan colored back, and then see how I feel about that matched with some cream colored cushions. So I'm gonna go to Lowe's right now and go see if I can find a paint color that I like. These chairs are going to be the f***ing death of me. So I am officially back from Lowe's and I landed on a color called Maple Leaf. This is what it looks like, and I thought that it would be perfect for that chair backing rather than the white that it is now. Also, some of you guys were commenting on the cushions for these chairs, and I just want to make it known that I think that this blue color here is f***ing hideous. Under no circumstances am I going to keep this blue. It does not go well with the chair at all. I can't stand it. This cobalt blue color, it's just no. All right, this is the first time I'm opening this clearly because it's, Jesus, this guy closed this canister like his life depended on it. Dude, it's a really nice color. Let me go get a paintbrush for that. I have high hopes for this, but at the same time, I don't have the best luck with these chairs. So I'm also a little nervous. That looks surprisingly very pretty. Okay, I'm kind of sold on this, not gonna lie. I haven't taped this because it's important to note that this is not furniture paint. This is just the little sample paints because I didn't want to commit to anything fully. So I can't coat the chairs in this anyways because it's not the right kind of paint. This is just to get an idea of the color.
Dude, that looks fire.
Andrea's making SpongeBob mac and cheese right now.
Get it at your local grocery store.
They've brought it back.
Brought it back. Thank God.
Andrea is currently over, obviously making mac and cheese, and she's also making bracelets because Andrea, I don't know if you guys remember this, but she is usually my adult supervision for these projects when Tim isn't home because I will inevitably do something stupid. Because my sanding privileges have been revoked, I now have adult supervision.
I am the adult supervision.
Mm-hmm. She's here for moral support and also supervision. You know what? I'm gonna move it in front of the white background so you can see the difference. Okay. Now you can see kind of the color difference between the tan, this maple color, whatever it is, compared to this cream that's down here. So let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty happy with this color and the contrast between this and the dark brown color. So that being said, I can't continue painting this chair because I don't have the right paint for it. But since Andrea is here, I have decided that we're gonna go look at upholstery fabric. I obviously can't just use like normal fabric for this. It has to be like upholstery fabric, which is a lot thicker and more durable than like normal like shirt fabric or like anything you would use for, I don't know, just kind of day-to-day projects. It's a very specific kind of fabric. So we're gonna go do that and see how it goes. So the first thing that I did was go to my local Joann's because I thought they would have the best options for finding upholstery fabric in my area. And after sifting through all of this fabric that they had here, I finally managed to find this fabric, which was $5 a yard, which was a total steal. After looking through everything, I managed to find this fabric here that I absolutely loved. The only problem was that they didn't have enough of it to cover all of the chairs, and unfortunately they didn't have any more in stock or online. So at this point I was empty-handed, but I had to go to Lowe's to pick up the paint that is going to permanently go on the backs of these chairs. I landed on the tan color that you saw earlier. While they were making that, I was sifting through this rug collection that they had out. They were all on sale because like seasonal clearance and stuff. And I was hoping to be able to find this rug here that I had saved to my collections because I was hoping to be able to put it in the bedroom. But I was just waiting for it to go on sale. The only problem was that I forgot about that rug. And by the time I went to sift through all of these rugs here, it had already been sold out in store and online. And it too was at one point $50. So then at this point, I realized that the paint that they had made me was totally done. And so all I had to do was purchase it and then do the sad trip back home. Almost fruitless and definitely more depressed than I was when I started this trip. So it has now been a couple of days since I went to the store and picked up this paint and came back empty-handed. The only reason why I haven't painted it yet is because I've been too busy with other shit that I had to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. But, oh! I haven't shown you guys my lettuce plants, like the update from that. So in case you missed it, a couple of weeks ago, I got a hydroponics, aquaponics system, whatever it's called, for our kitchen counter. And I started to grow lettuce from seed. Like I dropped the little seeds into the pods and I didn't think that it would work, but look how it looks now. The plants are getting so big. I planted these about 2 weeks ago and it's already like, the lettuce is lettucing. You know? This plant never sprouted, so I ended up having to replace it and I put arugula in there. And this one kind of sprouted and then died. So I just put whatever this was and planted more of it right here because this looked delicious. But look how pretty they are. So yeah, I'm very excited that the lettuce plants actually started to sprout or actually grow. I don't think I've ever grown anything successfully.
Do we have any super glue?
Honey, I'm rolling.
Are you rolling?
Okay, well, you're not Mike, so no one can hear what you're saying.
Sorry.
What?
Do we have any super glue?
Why?
Kirby's patch. I don't think this patch is working.
Oh, from where he punctured his ball?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to put some air into it if we're gonna patch it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait.
My eyes pop out of my head.
No, you're not. All right, let me go find that super glue.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now that this ball is... Apparently he has to do all of this on camera while I'm trying to shoot.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, honey. So now that the ball predicament has hopefully been solved, I'm gonna start painting the back of this chair. Oh, I need a paintbrush.
Reggie, don't eat that. While I was recording this, my microphone cut out and I didn't notice until now. So what I was saying here was that I chose to paint the backs of these chairs because although staining was an option, my confidence regarding staining these chairs has grown weary because of all of the complications that I've had. So with paint, I know exactly what color I'm going to get, and I think that it looks pretty damn good. I also know that if it doesn't hold up, I can put paint remover on it in the future and stain it when I'm not so burned out.
So it has been 24 hours since I painted this chair. I just wanted to give it some time to cure. That being said, I'm starting to feel a bit better about these chairs. And overall, I just feel like this color contrast just makes the chair look a little bit more cohesive. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. If you think that this was the right course of action, at least as far as like the color is concerned, if you think that this goes a little better. Overall, I am a little upset that I wasn't able to find upholstery fabric this week for this episode, but I think what is going to end up happening is I'm just going to have to kind of keep my eyes peeled and see what I end up finding. This tape could rip off in one piece. That would be great. So if you'd like to see how I got to this point in my project to where I am redoing my dining room for under $100, then this playlist explaining all of it and showing all of my progress thus far might be worth a watch. Peel off.